win over the Pistons. Golden State held their opponent under 90 points for the 6th time this season. That's tied with the Cavs for the most such games in the league this year, or at least this season. And at the Australian Open, women's #1 seed, Ashley Barty, advanced to the 3rd round of the Australian Open for the 6th consecutive year. And, by the way, Naomi Osaka also advanced to the 3rd round in straight sets. The 13th seeded Osaka is looking for her 3rd title down under, while Barty is seeking to become, get this, the first Australian player, male or female, to win the Australian Open title since Chris O'Neill in 1978. I'm talking about these stories and more on This Just In, 2 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Sports Center is brought to you by Nature Valley. Nature Valley sweet and salty bars help you make the most of your outdoor time. From the backyard to the slopes and anywhere in between, you enjoy a sweet and salty bar wherever you are. For every adventure, there's Nature Valley.
In a 24-hour news cycle, everything feels like news.
Yeah, it's not news at all.
Let's find out what's hot news or not news.
Key, well, you tell me. Is this hot news? Or is this not news?
You're so scary. You done threw it to me.
Kimberly A. Martin said hi to her 3 times today. No response. I realized I couldn't see her. She had to have AirPods in.
I did.
You
Yes,
did.
You're on that morning conference call every morning.
Yes, I got get up
She was
conference
listening to
call.
music.
I was listening. No, well, earlier I had the get up call at 6. When Max saw me, I was listening to music. Got a whole routine, man. Can't mess with my flow. Got to get locked
Can we
in.
zoom
This
in on
doesn't
the
happen by accident.
Can we zoom in on the shoe game? Her shoe game is
I
always
wish
so
we
Always.
could.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what? I wish we could get the cameras on it. I do a little something, something. I got my pollens on. My one.
How many pairs of Nikes?
Not
Jordans do
even
we
that. Not that much. Nikes. I got like 30 something J, but that's not a lot. Like I'm not a sneakerhead. I just like what I like.
Lies, and
And
Nikes, I got about 30. It's
Just
not a lot.
love ones, like 1s, 4s, 11 cents. That's pretty much my thing.
Are you ready to play hot news or not news, Kimberly?
Let's go.
Dak Prescott apologizes for his post-game comments about officials. Hot news or not news?
The apology is not hot news. He had to do it. Him saying it in the first place, to me, was hot news because that seems unlike Dak in a moment where he should have taken accountability and he wanted to blame someone else.
Yeah, it's not hot news at all. Kimberly's right. I mean, in the end, you didn't expect it from Dak Prescott, but I also expected for him to issue an apology, whether he did it or somebody did it for him. It was going to happen.
He's captain of America's team. I mean, I kind of felt like he was going to, redact that statement and start over. But I got to tell you, when we were all listening to the sound for the first time the other day, everybody was like, whoa, damn,
Yeah.
that's out of character for Dak Prescott.
It is not news, but that was the very point of the apology, is to take it from hot news to not news. Mission accomplished. Joe Burrow's saying, this is the standard. Kimberly, we were just talking about it. Jay wants Joe Burrow to be very corporate.
Yes, that's what Jay wants. Yeah, how you doing there,
Oh, Jay just hit a shot.
Hit a shot.
Waste
It's almost
paper
like he's
basket
playing
shot.
basketball.
No, look. We were just talking about it.
Yes.
This is the standard, says Joe Thorough. The bare minimum every year going forward for the Bengals, a playoff win. Hot news or not news?
I mean, it's hot news because he's young and he's saying it, but then again, I'm delusionally all in on Joe Burrow. I don't care. He can do no wrong. The fact that he sitting there with those rose-colored glasses saying,
He just that dude.
This is the standard he's using a Mike Tomlinism, but that's what you want. That's why you believe in a guy like that, because he's like, this is the bare minimum. I don't care if we're in Cincinnati or wherever.
Yeah, it's not news to me because this is who Joe is. I don't want him to be something that he's not. Try to play the game. I've said for many years, and I played with a lot of quarterbacks in my time, I did not like quarterbacks who just was like, oh, well, I'm going to do it this way. No, you don't let that dude over there be stiff. You be who you are, and I'm glad Joe is that.
Look, man, he's like Teflon Joe. I mean, he's wearing the print shades at the post presser.
Oh, hey,
I'm
love
like
it.
Purple
Love
Rain.
it.
Like, where are we
Love
going
it.
here with this? Like, he's
SpongeBob
swag.
sweaters,
And he's
Christmas.
like Charles
I love
Barkley.
it.
I hear what everybody's saying. Kimberly, my only point was.
What's your only point, babe?
We talked about they won a division for the first time, like, since, 14, 15, around that time?
13 and
13,
15.
13, 15. Okay, so I'm like, hey, if you're just saying, like, the standard is win the division and start from there, I'm like, I'm cool. When you start saying the standard is win a playoff game, I get it. I'm all about speaking things into existence. I just sometimes, as a young player, I'm like, Can we just wait a couple of years?
Nah, son. Nah. No.
This
no.
is not news because he's just a confident player. Let me tell you how cool Joe Burrow is.
Corporate J.
There will be a game. There'll be a game. It'll be an
don't need
AFC
to change your
championship
voice.
game, something like that. And it's going to end on a Joe Burrow interception one of these years. And he's afterwards going to be like, yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. And everyone's going to be like, yep. And not even have anything to say. Like, he's not afraid to take chances. That is in his nature. He is a great player.
I need
Gonna
my
be
quarterback to have swag, man.
Swag.
Nice, like
swag.
the Titans getting
lateral pass.
Derrick Henry back for the divisional playoff. Kimberly, is that hot news or not
It
news?
is hot news because we've been talking since Halloween, since he went down with this injury. When are we going to see Derrick Henry back on the field? It sounds like we are close to that moment, people. He practiced in pads yesterday. This whole week is leading up to the return of the King, and this is great for a Titans team that's the top seed in the AFC.
It is hot news. The only thing about it, though, for me is it makes me a little nervous and a little afraid because you get your big toy back, and then all of a sudden you go away from what got you the number one seed late in the season. You go away from that, whatever that was, whatever philosophy you had down the stretch, all of a sudden you get away from it because you got one of the most dynamic playmakers in the NFL back on your team and in the backfield, and all of a sudden you decide that that's the way you're going to try to go to accomplish this next round. So you got to be careful.
I hear what you're saying, Key. I still think it's hot news because you do have to be careful. But whatever I can do to limit the amount of time that Joe Burrow is on the field, controlling that possession, that clock,
Control the clock.
Derrick Henry allows me to do that, I'm taking it.
It is hot news, but I'll tell you, it's not why everyone thinks I don't think. Listen, a running game is about your O-line more than anything, way more than your quarterback. It's your running back. It's about your O-line. Running back contributes. And their running game, and it was all over Sports Center, has not fallen off. If anything, it's gotten a little more efficient, a little better without Derrick Henry. It's about the O-line. But Derrick Henry is a money-on-the-line player. We saw it in last year's playoffs. Everyone knows what's coming. You give
still does
Derrick
it.
Henry the rock in the playoffs, he's putting up 150-plus yards. It's hot news. All right. Mike Andy wears you down, right? He ain't getting worn down. The defense is getting worn down. Mike Tomlin says all options are on the table at quarterback. Kimberly, hot news or not news?
That's not news because we already do that. Have we seen the Steelers
In
situation?
related news, the weatherman says the sky is blue.
Yeah, no, it'd be news if Tomlin said, you know what, I don't think we're going to address the QB situation. We'll just wait and see if Ben comes back. That'd be hot news. But no, Mason Rudolph, Dwayne Haskins, they haven't proven anything, so all options are on the table.
Not news. We all knew, like Kimberly said, you have who playing quarterback? You have to address it every which way, whether it's via trade, whether it's through the draft, whether it's through free agency, through tryouts, whatever the case is, you've got to get that position right. So it's not news.
It's hot news to me because it's actually when you hear him say it, my man talks about a global crisis. He throws in a global crisis. I'm like, what the hell?
No, he's like,
What are we-
global from a global
where are
point
we
of view.
going?
Global is one of those Tomlinism words. Yes, yes.
So I guess just the way he says
Says it.
things make it hot news
All right,
because he's
here's
so damn interesting.
You want to hear it? Here it is. Here's Mike Tomlin.
All options are on the table, but those decisions are interrelated based on our global needs.
What is it,
The
the
totality
Cuban Missile
of
Crisis?
those global
This is-
needs, and
this is
we have to
Tomlin,
improve our
I'm
football
telling
team.
you.
There's
This
two
is
major
Tomlin
ways
every
that you
Tuesday.
do it. You do it through free agency, and you do it through the draft.
Global needs. Tuesday Tomlin. Like I
This
love
is
these
it.
things.
This is it.
It's not news because of what Kimberly said. What would have been news if he comes out and goes, not all options are on the table. We are not interested in drafting a quarterback, or we're not
We don't
interested
want
in any of
anybody.
these.
No,
That would have
good.
been hot
Kimberly,
news.
what are global Steeler needs? I'm confused.
Global needs? That is just, they got a lot. We don't have the time to talk about all the global needs the Steelers have. Starting at QB, they need better defense. They need a better O-line. Corners. Yeah,
We got
OC,
global
DC,
needs.
Yeah, they got a lot of
Cut
global.
down your carbon emissions, everything. That's Kimberly A. Martin. She is covering Bucks Rams
I
on
am.
Sunday. What
You
should
say
we be
that.
watching for, Kim?
The trenches, O-line versus that Rams front. You know, Brady, we talk about his age all the time. You know, for him to be missing, well, I won't say missing, but for Tristan Wirfs to be in a boot all week long, there's a possibility that he could be in a boot all week long, and then they try to test it out, that ankle, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's not what you want when you've
Jensen
got
too.
the center, Jensen, and then Wirfs' backup, Josh Wells, is also banged up. And you're going against Von Miller, Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd. This is not the situation that you want for your 44-year-old quarterback who you know I don't want to say he wilts under pressure. He does not. But you can tell when that pressure comes and they're knocking him
He's
around.
not exactly Justin Herbert.
He's not. He
He's
doesn't
great
stay
under
that
pressure.
cool in the
Avocado
pocket.
can only take you so far.
Avocado ice cream.
I think that's exactly right. We're going to fight. If Brady does it now, he wins the Super Bowl with the line banged up.
Well, you're still
At
going to
his age,
say
the
Brady's
greatest-
done.
No,
and
I'll say
then
it's his
Brady's gonna
greatest
come back and
accomplishment.
play 10 more years. We know how. You're the Brady guy.
Yeah,
You
I'm
say something
his
back.
motivation.
Yeah,
kid.
you are.
You are.
I'm a
Show that
Super Bowl
Max
champion, as a
element.
matter of fact.
Show that back.
Jay, let's go.
I'd rather be Lex Luthor than one of you
right.
non-entities. All right,
Next
look,
time, Brady, Kellerman, let's go.
two teams couldn't close late. It left both coaches answering some very tough questions. That's after Jay has this from Straight Talk.
Cutting
Great
the
talk,
price.
Jay.
Straight. Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good. I'm boxy like he wants me to be. Really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it, Keyshawn. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless. Now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan, I couldn't do it. From Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
What a great job, really, by our team. I thought our guys were ready to go. Defense was outstanding from the jump.
Just proud to be a part of this team. Happy to get one, looking for more.
I thought David Long's touchdown to be able to put us up 21-0 was huge for us.
This was a lack of composure for the Arizona Cardinals.
This is Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Go to geico.com today.
Deep breaths.
Mai's virtual meditation studio has never been busier.
Imagine not working.
They need a remote assistant to realign their scheduling.
Blank calendar. Sorry, back to your breath.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Make calls, schedule virtual interviews, and talk to candidates right from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. And now, during our January sale, save $1,000 on the Sleep Number 360 Special Edition Smart Bed, plus special financing, only for a limited time. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
The next evolution in sports talk radio.
And we're back!
On 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The Afternoon Underdog. The only live afternoon show in Panama City where you can win fantastic prizes from amazing local businesses every day.
That's right!
4 to 6 weekdays. The Afternoon Underdogs.
It's mayhem!
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hi, I'm Tracy, your diamond girl at Tracy's Fine Jewelry. Shopping for the perfect diamond can be difficult, but that's why I've trained my staff to be helpful and to offer you a stress-free diamond experience. Pick your sparkle and use our easy layaway plan. Every woman deserves an exquisite diamond from your diamond girl at Tracy's Fine Jewelry. We don't work on commissions.
We work for smiles and I-dos.
So if you're tired of high-pressure salespeople, stop by and see us today at Tracy's Fine Jewelry.
Hello, Rick Vossen with Stormore Portable Buildings, located at Panama City Mall on Highway 231 side. If you're shopping for a portable building, whether it be a portable building for storage, whether it be for office space, a garage, or a cabin out on the lake, Stormore's got pretty much anything you could use. From an 8 to 16 foot wide, from 12 feet long to 60 feet long. That's Stormore Portable Buildings, Panama City Mall, Highway 231.
So, how's the new job?
Love it, but it's not just a job, it's a career.
Life insurance? Love?
I told you Woodman Life is really active in the community, right? They support all kinds of community improvement projects. How's your job, by the way?
Don't ask.
You can love what you do, too. Call me, Lance Myers, your Panama City area Woodman Life recruiting sales manager at 850-769-9212 to learn more.
Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society of Omaha, Nebraska. Woodman Life, standing strong for generations.
Hi, I'm Bobby Likas with another Car Clinic Minute. It shields you from wind and rain and from stinging bees and low-flying objects. Nope, it's not your mom. but it does protect you when you drive. When I come back, I'll tell you what it is.
The Car Clinic Minute.
It's Bobby Likas Car Clinic, brought to you locally by Hewitt Tire and Auto.
Call 850-769-7323.
Your certified AAA service center and hometown towing.
Visit them online at HewittTire.com.
On Airport Road in Panama City.
That's 850-769-7323. Hewitt Tire and Auto Center and hometown towing.
Ancient road warriors used shields for protection, and so do you. Your thoroughly modern windshield. Yes, the first drivers used goggles to fend off weather and bugs. Then these were replaced by plate glass, which protected better but shattered easily. Finally, in the mid-20s, lamination was introduced. In this process, used today, 2 glass layers are sandwiched around a flexible, clear sheet of laminate designed to prevent glass from shattering into the passenger cabin. Thanks to windshields and moms, trips down life's highways are safer. I'm Bobby Likas. Like us, you'll love us.
Every day, 70,000 puppies or kittens are born in the U.S. Cute, right? What's not cute is that half of all litters are accidents, which leads to millions killed in shelters each year. Turns out, those little cuties can get pregnant sooner than you think. But here's the good news. You can stop the accident before it happens. When you bring home a pet, get them fixed at 4 months old. Prevent more. Fix at month 4. Visit fixat4.com for more information. Brought to you by Best Friends Animal Society.
Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Max. Weekday mornings 5 to 7 on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
From Cameron Indoor to the Coliseum and everywhere in between. From A to Z.
All right, we're going, you heard A to Z. Keyshawn, Jay, Will, and Max, represented by Progressive Insurance. Cliff Kingsbury responded to the late season struggles. Jay mentioned it on this show yesterday. Jay, I gave you credit on TV a couple times yesterday. Thank you. Show this just in. Handsome host, Max Keller, 2 p.m. Eastern.
Do you still have to say handsome every time?
Every time. Jay, you looked it up. 9 straight seasons where Cliff Kingsbury's team fall off, well, a cliff. And in the second half. And he was asked about it. I mean, over the last 3 seasons in Arizona, he's lost 7 of 9, 5 of 7, and now 5 of 6 at the end of the year. Here is Cliff Kingsbury on why his team struggled late in the season.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't done the research on that exactly, back to the Texas Tech years. But, the last couple, for the reasons we haven't been as sharp, and that's something I got to continue to evaluate and figure out what we need to do, whether it's practice structure or different things of that nature, because we got to be better. This league is about closing strong and building momentum into the playoffs, and unfortunately, we didn't do that.
Kingsbury was just living his life, and then Jay had to dig up this stat, and now the whole world's asking him about it. What do you think about how he responded to the question?
Germ spreading Jay. I would say,
look at this.
I would say he needs to figure it out. He figured out how to show his house during the draft. He needs to figure out how to fix what their problems are late in the seasons. What you laughing at, Jay?
He said he figured out how to show his house during the draft.
Am I lying?
No, you're not.
No, you're not lying. That's
fresh
what I'm
house,
saying, Go ahead.
I might move to Arizona if you sell it.
I mean, he needs to figure it out. That's why you have scouts. That's why you have advanced scouting, and you do self-checking, self-evaluations in the offseason.
Yeah,
Get it done.
That house is going to be for sale pretty soon. I'm thinking about it.
But look, I mean, the reality is he's closed out this season, the last 9 years of his career, in a pretty poor way. But they still have shown improvement overall in his 3 years as a head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Key, I guess the question I'll ask you, if you were the owner of the team, would you extend him, and how many years would you extend him?
I would. First of all, I have to be sold on him and the quarterback. They're a combination together.
But you're going to pay Kyler, though, right? You're going to pay Kyler.
I gotta make that decision, because if I'm moving on from Cliff Kingsbury, how do I know my next head coach wants that type of quarterback in play? Now I got to go and find somebody specifically willing to work with Kyler Murray, which we think he's a phenomenal dynamic player. I can ask many coaches around the National Football League that I've already asked and talked to that don't think he's like that.
You've said you have looked at. I've watched you look at passes, and when you don't even know when anyone's looking at you, and you're just like, oh, because of the quarterbacks you had in your career, you go, oh, those are like handoffs. Like you love the way he puts the ball in the receiver's hand.
I enjoy his ability to throw the football and his accuracy and things of that nature, but you're at a disadvantage and somewhat a deficiency when he's not in the games because he's hurt because of his size and his durability. On top of that, if a defense decides to corral him and put him in the pocket like the Rams did the other night, then what good is he to me if he can't get outside the pocket and throw the football?
Sure, people have been discriminated against for too long. Can't get on the rides at the amusement parks.
Will you
now
stop,
they don't need
man?
Keyshawn Johnson going after.
Will you
Why
stop?
are you looking at me? I'm 6'2". I don't know you looking
talking
at me.
about me. I've experienced it.
About?
Listen,
Man, I'm tall.
so Evan says, what are you talking about?
I'm allowed on the rides now. Took a while.
All right.
Are you, Evan?
Are you, Evan?
I went last summer. I'm allowed on the rides.
What?
Disney World, baby.
What?
He's like, lift me up a little bit when they go to the.
Where do lifts in the shoes?
Listen, I'll tell you the thing about Kingsbury, though. Getting back to Kingsbury, because we got something else to do too. You got to adjust to the adjustment. Kingsbury, this is real simple to me. It's not that complicated. Oh, practice. No, Cliff, you have talent. But if all you can do is jump out to a lead, you're a front runner. It's just a parlor trick. They will adjust. Can you adjust to the adjustment? Either you can and you can be great, or you can't and you'll be okay because you do have some talent. That's it. That's it. He has to make adjustments. If you collapse in every single second half, they're adjusting to you and you are not doing it back.
Self-evaluation in the offseason.
No doubt. So, moving along, unranked Florida State upset number 6 Duke in overtime.
From one Coach K to another Coach K?
79-78. This is head coach Leonard Hamilton's 55th win against an AP top 25 opponent when unranked, surpassing Bobby Knight for the most by any coach in the AP poll era. And Florida State has now won 13 straight overtime games, extending the longest streak in Division I history. Here's what Coach K said they can learn from the loss.
I think the only way you learn is through experience. You know, you can't replicate that in a practice session, you know, because you're not going to play against anybody that good in a practice session. And so that's part of a growth process, you know, we got a lot of young guys. You got to learn from being in these experience, in this type of thing,
Jay,
and move forward.
You won a national title with Coach K. You were two-time player of the year under Coach K. What stood out about this loss for your beloved Blue Devils?
Well, number one, this is their third true road game. They played a lot of neutral site games. Florida State was way more physical than them. And I agree with Coach K. Everybody can learn from these situations. I come from that background. And one of the things that I felt like the coaching staff needs to continue to learn about their team is when you go a 1-4 flat for Wendell Moore down the stretch, I'm watching Pablo Bancaro have 29 points in this game and absolutely light them up in those scenarios. I wouldn't have gone 1-4 flat. Now, I'm not Coach K, but I would have found a way to get the ball in the hands of Pablo down the stretch, considering the game he was having.
Coach K hasn't forgotten that stuff. What's going on, do you think?
I don't know what the hell is going on in the game scenarios. You know, I know that he missed the last game, and now there's a lot of chatter around would John Shire have done that. So it is going to be intriguing, Key, to see how these end-of-game scenarios occur on the road when you get a chance to see what Coach K decides to do, and people are wondering, would John Shire have done the same thing?
Well, you would know.
That argument's interesting.
You would know, Jay, more than any of us.
I hear. Well, I mean, we're going to keep finding out because I would have given the ball to Pablo Bancaro.
One of Coach K's all-time stars, Jay Will. Ooh.
Carlos Boozer? Oh.
Stop. Yeah, Carlos,
Mel Kiper Jr.'s mock draft is here, and wait until you hear how late in the first round he has his first quarterback going. That's next. Keyshawn, Jay Will, and Max on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, and Sirius XM Channel 80.
At Progressive, we know there's nothing like the feeling of riding your motorcycle with your buddies on the open road. It's a potent cocktail of thrills, laughter, and pure adrenaline. A feeling that would be impossible to recreate on the radio. Until now. Hit it, sound effects guy.
I'm real proud of you, son.
Well, that was terrible. Our apologies for even trying. Quote with Progressive and see if you could save with America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami, Jules in Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations so you get the product you're looking for. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Ready for an oil change? We can help get the right protection at the right price. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Valvoline Daily Protection or Valvoline Max Life High Mileage Motor Oil with an STP oil filter for just $28.99. Visit one of our 6,000 stores or order from AutoZone.com for same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd. If you're a Cowboys fan, you can blame the refs all you want. You trailed the entire game. There was a play earlier in the game when Jimmy Garoppolo, on a 4th and inches, complete bonehead play. It's like a high school play. He didn't let Trent Williams, his left tackle, who moved to the right side, get set. It's a total bonehead play. This is The Herd.
Weekdays 11 to 2, ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Good Wednesday morning. Mostly sunny skies across much of the listening area today. The high about 65 to 70. A southeast wind about 10 to 15. Water temperature in the Gulf 65. Temperatures tonight with partly cloudy skies in the mid-50s. A weather front's going to stall over the region Thursday with clouds and showers near 70. This weather forecast has been brought to you by All About Garage Doors, your garage door repair specialist. For 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, I'm meteorologist Tim Root.
Hi folks, it's Tracy with Tracy's Fine Jewelry. Did you know that we have a master jeweler right here in the store? That's right, he has over 30 years experience in the art of repairing jewelry. Most repairs are done within 2 business days, so don't send your jewelry off for 6 weeks. Bring it to us at Tracy's Fine Jewelry. We size rings and solder chains. We can reset your diamond into new settings and even custom design. You'll get your jewelry back quickly and looking as good as new. Tracy's Fine Jewelry, Bay County's trusted jeweler for over 45 years.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Want to make a smart choice for your sweet tooth? Hi, Doug Chamberlain with the Samaritan Ministries Family Health Checkup. Okay, it seems we're bombarded with negative news all the time, so how about some good news? Are you ready? Chocolate is a smart choice for your diet. Have I got your attention yet? I hope that did it. More specifically, dark chocolate. Studies have shown that if you consume up to 3 ounces of 70% dark chocolate, it can help lower blood pressure and the risk of heart disease. It contains magnesium, iron, and other minerals. And did you know that dark chocolate contains about 8 times the antioxidants contained in strawberries? It can even increase blood flow to your brain, helping cognitive function. So you can understand why consuming a little dark chocolate on a daily basis can be a really smart choice for your diet. For more, visit us on Facebook or at familyhealthcheckup.org.
I'm a firefighter.
A teacher.
I'm a farmer. I'm a barber.
A waitress. A mom. We're all part of your community. Every day we move in and out of each other's busy lives.
It's easy to take for granted all the little moments that make up our everyday.
Some are good, others not so much.
But that's life. It's when you experience a moment of uncertainty. Something or someone's behavior that doesn't seem quite right.
These are the moments to take a pause.
Because if something doesn't feel right, it's probably not.
It's not about paranoia.
Or being afraid.
It's about standing up and protecting our communities.
One detail at a time.
Because a lot of little details can become a pattern.
We.
We
trust our instincts.
Just like you should.
Because only you know what's not supposed to be in your everyday.
So protect your everyday.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
The official radio station of Super Bowl 56.
Come on!
WCSX and Nathan.
Let's go.
Northwest Florida. It's time for the Coach James Hale Show.
Turn it on and rip the knob off.
104.3 ESPN Panama City.
And hit me, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I'm in here all alone. Dr. Ward, where are you? He is on his way, I do hope. Randy, how you doing this morning?
I cannot complain.
What does that mean?
That means life's pretty good right now.
Well, yeah, it should be. If you're a Georgia Bulldog fan, you should be really happy.
Yeah.
They already came out. We already know now who's going to be in the playoffs next year, what bowl games, all these predictions. We got the top 25 from all these different people for the way too early 2022 football season. But, Randy, I was going to wait till Ward gets in here to bring this up. If he didn't hurry up, I'm going to go ahead and do it. But we got a lot of stuff going on. Let's get into the NFL. I'm going to do that first. Here's what we got going on this weekend. In all these playoff, they're talking about adding more college football games. I don't know why. You're going to have the same thing happen in the NFL. There was one good football game, I do believe. I think the only competitive football game, well, there was maybe two competitive, but really one good game, and that was the Cowboys losing. Dak let the clock run out on them. So they didn't get the ball snapped, and they lose the ball game. But that was a good football game. Now, so what we got this week, Saturday, the AFC number 4, the 4 seed Cincinnati at number 1, the Titans. I believe our time, I see a 3:30, 2:30 our time. I apologize for that. I want to say it's 3:30 our time. It's going to be on CBS. Who do you like in this game? Cincinnati. Now, Derrick Henry, if he's back, the 250-pound running back from University of Alabama, and I heard he's looking really good at practice right now. That's a big pick for him. Julio Jones is healthy and ready to go. That's another big boost for the Titans. I want the Titans to win. I'm sure Brand will be pulling for Cincinnati. Even though he likes the Browns, I think he'll probably be pulling for Cincinnati, Joe Burrow. I do like Joe Burrow. But who do you like in this football game? You like Cincinnati with Joe Burrow, the great quarterback from LSU, or the great Alabama running back from the Titans?
Well, it won't be Alabama.
Well, I know that. Which one do you?
I will take Cincinnati.
Just because they got a Bama.
Now, if you were talking about Cleveland, I would take them because of Nick Chubb.
Yeah,
he and I went to the same high school.
So the hate towards Bama, no love for Cincinnati, just hating Bama. Okay. Now later that day, this is Saturday, the NFC 6 seed, the 49ers, which I thought they look pretty good. 49ers offense, I think looks pretty good. They're at number 1 Green Bay, 7:15 kickoff on Fox TV. Speaking of legends, he is in the house. Hey, Dr. Ward.
Good morning, Coach. How you guys doing today?
We are doing outstanding. We'll hold it for 7:15. We got to talk about it. I'm very disappointed in something, and I need your input. How should I handle this? But we're talking about the big games this weekend. Who do you like? Cincinnati's the 4th seed, CBS kickoff, 3:30 or 2:30. I think it's 3:30 versus the Titans. They got Derrick Henry coming back. I'm doing it because of my Bama connection. I like the Titans, but who do you like in that one? Joe Burrow?
I think it's going to be a really close game. The Titans have been playing really well. They are getting Derrick Henry back, but
I think he's healthy too.
Cincinnati's looked pretty doggone good. It's
be a good game.
It could go either way. Obviously, the home favorites are hard to pick against, but I don't think the Titans are unbeatable.
And I bet the weather will be really cold. I think it's supposed to. No, I think it's going to be east of them, which will be really bad, but it will be cold. The second game is the NFC game, number 6 seed, the 49ers at number 1 Green Bay. I don't know. I haven't watched Green Bay as much as I have in the past. Kickoff time for that one, I do believe, is 7:15 on Fox. Who do you like? 49ers look good. Their offense looked pretty good.
Yeah, but it's gonna be cold at Lambeau Field. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna destroy the 49ers.
All right, you heard it here first. Get them bets in, man. Get them into Vegas. You'll make big-time money. Green Bay will beat the 49ers. Sunday, number 4 seed Rams, NFC game at number 2 Buccaneers. It's 2 o'clock. I believe our time's 2 o'clock kickoff on ABC. Who you like in this one? Tampa Bay's defense with the greatest quarterback they ever played, or the Rams?
I'm gonna say that's gonna be a close one too. I really liked what I saw from the Rams against the Cardinals. I mean, they really took care of business against them. Funny enough, 70,000 people in Los Angeles watching that game. Yet UCLA basketball games can't have anybody watching it.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, I do. I do get it.
It's the science, man. It's the science.
Follow the science.
Yeah.
So are you going to go with the 49ers?
You mean the Rams?
I mean the Rams.
I love Tom Brady, so it's hard to pick against them. I'm just saying they are on upset alert.
All right.
Probably more so than the Titans even.
Dang. Okay. You know something. I don't know. Their offense looked really good last week. The defense looked good. But you're right. The Rams they're explosive. I don't know. I don't even touch.
They're a dangerous team.
Yeah, I can't even. I wouldn't bet on NFL games for anything. But you got to be in a close one. All right, later that day, AFC game, number 3, the Bills. They destroyed my Mac Jones and my Patriots. They killed him. They're at the Chiefs. Chiefs look good against Pittsburgh. Of course, Pittsburgh, bless their heart, they're so old. The quarterback, bless his heart, great player, loved him, but his body's been beat up so bad. Did you watch any of that Steelers game? It was pitiful.
I heard he's getting sent to the glue factory now.
I think you're right. You imagine him I just hope in 10 years he can walk.
Yeah.
He's had more surgeries. He is a tough customer, but they look, bless their heart, the Steelers look terrible, and I've always loved the Steelers. But anyway, you got the Bills at the Chiefs, 5:30 kickoff CBS, and this is a Sunday AFC game. Who do you like in this one?
I like the Bills.
Will it be a close one?
It's going to be a close one. The only game out there that I think is a foregone conclusion among the 4 games is I think Green Bay wins. Okay. I think every other game is going to be close, competitive, could go either way, and